said, bring your ship next to the canal, and you can live however, meaning that everyone.
It's been a long, long time since I've memorized your face. It's been 4 hours now since I've wandered through your place. And when I sleep on your couch, I feel very safe. And when you bring the blankets, I cover up my face. I do love you. I do love you. And when you play guitar, I listen to the strings buzz. The metal vibrates underneath your fingers. And when you crochet, I feel mesmerized and proud. And I would say I love you, but saying it out loud is hard. So I won't say it at all. And I won't stay very long. But you are the life I needed all along. I think of you as my brother, although that sounds dumb. And words are futile devices. Oh, to see without my eyes. The first time that you kissed me, boundless by the time I cried. I built your walls around me. White noise, what an awful sound. Fumbling by Rogue River, feel my feet above the ground. Hand of God, deliver me. Oh, woe is me. The first time that you touched me. Oh, will wonders ever cease? Blessed be the mystery of love.
Can't stop there.
Lord, I no longer believe, drowned in living waters, cursed by the love that I receive from my brother's daughter, like Hephaestion who died, Alexander's lover. Now my riverbed has dried. Shall I find no other? Oh, woe is me. I'm running like a clover. Now I'm gone to misery. The birthmark on
I just want to talk about my summer and just some thoughts that I've been having, so please bear with me as I try to collect myself. I just saw the Barbie movie and I feel like it has catastrophically changed me. It was so amazing, you guys just have to go see it. I wouldn't even know how to put it into words. It was so funny. It's been a long time since I've like genuinely laughed while watching a movie, and it was also just so profound and beautiful, and I really honestly loved everything about it. There was this part in the movie when the mom character is talking about womanhood and girlhood, and it just like, it got me. It did get me. That's great. I think it's good to like cry while watching a movie every once in a while. I just showed you guys some clips from my summer. I went to Europe, which was really fun, and I also went up to Idaho and Utah to visit my family, which we pretty much do every summer. There was a few years where we didn't, but it always reminds me of my childhood because growing up we would always go up and visit my family. Just very loving and kind people, so I always feel very like refreshed when I come home, and it makes me like want to be a better person because they're very like charitable and always helping people, and I want to be more like them, so I always feel good after I go there. It's like when Hannah Montana like becomes Miley again and she goes home to Tennessee to visit her family, and it like humbles her a little bit. That's like literally how I feel. My boyfriend and I broke up, which I didn't know if I was going to share that information or not, but it's something that happened. Don't want to go into much detail obviously, but everything's fine. I feel like I'm having like a little bit of like a main character moment of embarking on new and unknown adventures. Being single is definitely a part of that, and it feels really weird. It's a change, and I am a person that always needs to change. Just get antsy like when I'm not evolving and moving forward. I've definitely been trying to romanticize this summer in a different way than I usually do. And when I say romanticize, I don't mean like taking aesthetic pictures of things or anything. I just mean like living life as if I am a character in a movie or something, and just like taking in every moment. And I've been traveling a lot this summer, which is kind of unlike me in a way. I'm more of a homebody. It really makes me want to travel more and do some like alone traveling, which really scares me, but I feel like it's something that I have to do, so I'm trying to do that a little bit this fall, so I've been planning for that. Another thing that has been exciting me lately is like reminding myself that I have free agency and I can literally do whatever I want whenever I want. Or I don't know, I forget that I'm human, and I forget that I can literally learn anything I want to, or teach myself anything, or just do anything that I want to happen in my life. I can go make happen. Like there's nothing holding me back really, and that's been like a really exciting thing to kind of remind myself. I didn't go to university, so I've always felt like my writing skills are not where I want them to be, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna start practicing, and that's what I've been doing lately. I've been writing little poems and just like telling short stories when I feel inspired, just to practice my mind and to make my writing better, because if you practice anything, you can become good at it, honestly. Another thing I've been doing is playing piano, and I used to play piano in middle school a little bit. My grandma taught me the basics, and I was probably practicing for like a year or so, and I just started playing again this summer, and I've been using the Les Mis songbook. I've been posting like a few clips on Instagram of me poorly executing Castle on a Cloud. That's like such a fun thing to do, because I literally felt like I didn't remember a whole lot from when I was playing in middle school, but once I started to reteach myself, it did kind of come back a little bit, and as I practice like every single day, I can feel myself getting better at it, which is really exciting, because I didn't think I would be able to do that. I wouldn't consider myself even a very musical person. Like in the Regency era, women and girls would just learn these like random skills, like playing the piano or the violin or singing or something, just to hone in on that skill and just to like have it to, you know, bust out at parties and stuff. And that's how I'm trying to be. And I don't need to be a professional piano player. I don't even have to be good at it, and it's really therapeutic, honestly. to just like practice hobbies that don't have anything to do with your self-worth. Like you're just doing it for yourself purely. So if you're watching this and you're thinking you might want to start doing something, whether it's reading, writing, playing an instrument, dancing, like anything, you can literally just start. Like go on YouTube, like search how to do things. You can literally do anything you set your mind to, which I feel like is a very exciting thing to think about. Sometimes you just forget, like I can do anything. I thought I would share with you my favorite books that I've read this summer so far. I'm currently reading Villette by Charlotte Bronte. Pretty sure that's how you say it, Villette or Villette. It goes over like a 10-year lifespan of a girl living in Victorian England, and it just is basically like her perspective of her life and just telling a bunch of different stories, and it's really, really good. I haven't, like, this one has been on my shelf forever. Sometimes it takes myself to convince myself to like pick up a classic and read it, because they do take me a little bit longer than a regular book, but I'm always glad when I do. Another one that I read this summer, which was very relevant to me, I feel, is A Room of One's Own. And this was my first Virginia Woolf book that I read, and I have another one on my shelf that I'm gonna read after Villette, and I'm really excited about it because I feel like it's just such a different writing style than I'm used to. A Room of One's Own, Virginia Woolf imagines that Shakespeare had a sister equal to Shakespeare in talent and equal in genius, but whose legacy is radically different. This imaginary woman never writes a word and dies by her own hand, her genius unexpressed. If only she had found the means to create, argues Woolf, she would have reached the same heights as her immortal sibling. It's basically written in like an essay form, so really good, and it's a super short read, so I definitely recommend. The Mermaid's Daughter, this one I picked up at a used bookstore right after I saw The Little Mermaid in theaters, which was an amazing movie. It was so good. I feel like there's so many good movies came out this summer, which is really exciting because I feel like we've been like going through an era of like not having good movies in the theaters. Like I miss going to the movies, honestly. It like reminds me of like being a kid or something. This is a modern retelling of Hans Christian Andersen's Little Mermaid, so it's a little bit darker, and it's a sapphic love story, which I think is cool because like Hans Christian Andersen was known to be gay, so it's cool that they did that with this story in a more modern way. The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. This is the best memoir I have ever read, and I don't typically gravitate towards memoirs, but I think I am going to now. This book literally, like, it felt like it like broke me into a million pieces and then like tried to patch me up at the end, but like it's never going to be the same. But like I won't be the same after that because some of the patches are missing or put in different places. Like it just felt like one of those books that you think about for a long time. Honestly, like breezed through this one so fast because it was very captivating as well. This is another one that I really liked. I also read it really fast. Whenever I read a book really fast, that's when I know that I'm really enjoying it, because I just can't get enough and I want to know what happens. And I feel like that's always what happens when I read mysteries. Where the Crawdad Sings, I'm always late to the game on like everything in life. I feel like I'm just a little bit of a late bloomer when it comes to getting around to reading books that are really popular. But this was a beautiful book. It was beautifully written and so captivating, and I think it's like the perfect book to read during the summer. I read a few other books and I have a few more on my list that I'm going to read this summer, but those were kind of the highlights and my favorite ones. That's pretty much all I have today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it inspiring or entertaining in some way. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day or night whenever you are watching this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!